You ever have an extension cord that has the end cut off? Or it only has one plug on it on the end? Well, today I'm going to show you how to modify an extension cord. Here's a few things. You have your old cord or your brand new cord if you want to modify it. Get one of these plates at Lowe's or Home Depot and one junction block. You get one of these little wire dinkus things, some screws like that, and a couple outlets. You might have one laying around the house that's still good. Get a new one, doesn't matter. As far as tools go, I need a pair of pliers, needle nose preferably, a flathead screwdriver, a pair of wire cutters, Phillips or a cross point screwdriver. Here we go. Get everything laid out. First thing you want to do is start on your receptacle. You just take the ends and then back and forth, snap off. As far as this little screw goes right here, you could take that off. And on the back of it, it's just a little plastic little piece or paper, depending on how new it is. This is an older receptacle, just had it laying around in the basement. Thought I'd put it to good use for it. Make a video. What I like to do is make sure all my screws are loose. Now, these ain't the best wire cutters I have. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pull back on the cord about 8 inches or so, 6, 8 inches, 7. Cut off yourself a fresh piece right there. You'll need this. Now you want to strip the wire back. Get yourself a razor blade and always cut away from you. 6 or 8 inches back on this. On your old cord, new cord, or whatever. Peel that back, cut off the ends. Strip away the insulation. This, I believe, is a 12 gauge wire. It's real good, heavy duty extension cord wire. Twist your wires on the end, as so. Get your other wire, slice it open, as so. We're going to use these wires right here as pigtails, the green, black, and white. Some extension cord might be different, but you always want to make sure you have a ground on it, especially if you're using it on outdoor use. Now you take a box, find out what hole you're going to use, one right in the center that will look really nice. You just take your pliers or a hammer and a screwdriver and just tap on that little notch right there. Take your pliers in there. You don't want to do this with your hand because sometimes your fingers will get pinched. You just pop that little area out right there. Pop that in. And you got threads on the other side. Screw that together. Tighten it up with your pliers. Make sure them are all unscrewed. Stick your wires through the hole. Make sure you get your insulation part way in there. Cross point or Phillips screwdriver and tighten her down. You don't want to tighten one side all the way down. You just want to tighten it about halfway, and then you want to do the other side. So that way you get a nice even crimp. Now it should get your receptacle here. Always remember the small side is your hot. The big side is your ground or your negative, and that's your ground. Gold is your positive. Silver is your negative. So you're going to take one wire, you might have to twist them again a couple times, and you just wrap it around that screw, and you want to do it clockwise. See that? So when you tighten up your screw, it actually tightens up the wire too. If you do it the other way, your wire will become all frayed and everything. Take your other black wire, strip it, like so. Twist it, bend it in a hoop, just like that. Stick it around your other gold screw. And I don't think I have to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Make sure it's not plugged in. Let's get that white wire on there. Same way, the same side, the different side. You always go clockwise. White wire, strip it, bend it like that. along clockwise. Same thing with your ground, your green wire. Strip it. Now here's what we're going to do on this one. We're actually going to tie these two wires together. And you just spin it. Now always do it clockwise. Bend it in a little hoop and on your ground screw. Now we're going to hook up this side. Sometimes the screws might be a little rusty. You won't be able to tell which one's gold or silver, which is, like I said, the small one is always your hot, so that's black wire. So I got two of these unscrewed. What I want to do is I only need one of them. So screw the other one in. That way you don't forget. Do it right in the beginning. You want to kind of have these to match, so like that. I'll tighten that black wire down. Well, you got your white wire. Same thing on this side. You don't need both screws, so tighten one down. Always tug on the wires really good. Make sure none's really sticking out over the plug. Now if you're going to use this wire or cord, this extension cord professionally, to tape over all the screws. So that way, if an inspector comes and he just decides he wants to open up one of the boxes, just get your electrical tape. Not that you're ever gonna come in contact with this, but you are working with a metal box here. This is how the pros would do it, so this is how you should do it. Now you can go buy these extension cords already pre-made up like this, but you're gonna spend a lot of money. And for a 15-minute project and maybe $5, you can extend your extension cords out like this as well. So the way this works, there's already screws mounted into here. You just set that on top, screw your receptacles right into it. You want to try to have all this stuff brand new, so that way when they look at it, they just glance over it and there's no reason for them to do a thorough inspection. It's like how everyone has a special talent. Well, this is mine, is electrical and wiring and some electronics. Sorry for the camera shaking. I have camera mounted in a different place here today. So there you go. Now instead of having one receptacle, you got four. And say if you're going to use this electrical box for Halloween or Christmas decorations, use a really thick wire, like a 12 gauge wire, to the house, to a 15 or 20 amp breaker. And then off of this, you can use 16 gauge wire extension cords, like the orange ones. And you should be fine, as long as you don't have anything that's pulling a lot of amps. Oh, there you go. Have a good one.